All right, folks, do some deep breaths for me. We are going to start. Set the intention you're going to receive what you need to hear today. Yes. All right, Spirit. What opening messages do you have for us? I feel like the camera's at a tilted angle, but I can't fix it right now. I kind of said on Twitter that after the tweet thread I did today, I felt like tarot therapy might pick up on the energy of love, primarily because that's what I was processing, thinking about, hey Sag, thinking about today, and definitely is the energy I was tapping into when I was writing. And I do think that we do have some love messages to open up. We're still in the judgment energy here. I do think we're going to be in a judgment period for a while. Choosing new directions. Okay, I see. Give me a second. Just want to clarify. Yes, and clarify 5 of Pentacles. So we're really picking up on the same energy from last week. It's funny that I was saying where are the Sagittarius people in the room, because right in the middle of the reading is the Temperance card, which is the Sagittarius energy. Yeah, a lot of repeating messages. Okay, let's start. So the first message that comes out, 6 of Cups, to start us off, really this is feeling a lot like inner child work and nostalgia. I feel like we are having things come up related to inner child wounding, sensitivity, needs for love, need to feel safe, protected, also like concepts of family for us, and what kind of families you want to build, who's chosen family. It feels to me like a fractured template, like things that are broken at the root, let's say, that we're having to contemplate and deal with as we, Little Mermaids, seek to choose a new world, really. And this is also, I love that in the world card there's always this looking back image, because as you kind of move through the circle here, or through the experience, because there is taking on, it's got all the fixed signs here, is taking on worldly experience. It is learning from these experiences, learning from what's happened in the past, learning even through the process of reflecting on what has gone on, learning through what the perpetual or eternal inner child has experienced, and choosing, that's what you've been focusing on this week. Yeah, choosing how to move forward is what it feels like. But it's I think last week I was kind of talking about decision making and like understanding the timelines and where we're going, and now it feels like you're being ushered, pushed through it, like it's now time for change and action. And with this this alchemy energy of the Temperance card, what you're really negotiating is what's beginning, and really the scarcity or the lack or the fear or what has not been working or what's been broken. Okay, so 5 of Pentacles here, right out in the cold, poverty, scarcity on any level, material, emotional, spiritual, whatever, like just feeling like there's not enough, not enjoying the life experiences here, feeling left out, abandonment, versus taking this leap of faith into something new with the Full card. But doing so with the experience, right? So it's a sense of deep self-trust, But I think some of you are trying to find the balance between how much of which you feel, right? So someone's saying heart chakra work. So it's like how much, what's the ratio of fear to faith that you're experiencing is what this feels like here. Because you are creating something new. You've got 2 fours here and it's a choice, right? 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands for me is spiritual foundation, okay? 4 of Pentacles, you can see this person clinging to their pentacles here. It's often about what we cling to, what we hold on to, what we sometimes overvalue, what we think we can't do without. This 4 of Wands is feeling like I'm laughing at a message Spirit gave me earlier this week about home. 4 of Wands is feeling like the moving home, right? The moving sense of security, the moving sense of stability. And when I say moving, it's because it's internal, so it goes where you go. Some of you are clinging too much to what is external for your sense of safety and security, be that a place, be that a person, be that a job. And it's like everything outside, external, it has to be in flux. That's the nature of the material realm, right? Growth and decline, growth and decline. Nature demonstrates that to us. What we need to be cultivating is the inner home here. And that's necessary because moving forward, it is about advancing with openness and advancing into experiencing more love. Now with the Page of Cups, for me, this speaks to an innocent kind of love. So not necessarily, not that sexual love is not innocent, quote unquote, but I do mean not necessarily undeveloped, but undefined. That's better, right? It's like the source energy of love that has not chosen a direction yet, right? It's the full potential of love. So we're moving forward in our lives really with the 4 of Wands energy, right? Finding out how we can resonate with love externally, right? Having that internal experience and seeing what are all the potential variable ways in which I can experience more love in my life. So many of you say that this is what you've been thinking about. That's what's up. It really speaks to me about friendships that are not as deep as I thought, definitely, right? So it's like, how do you go deep? It's by recognizing the inner infrastructure of what is needed, the intimacy, the connection, the safety, the trust, and the opening that is required in order to build that. So there's some changes happening right now. And we've got 5 of Pentacles again. So this is about things we're leaving or being left. But it's funny because I see the energy of the card, but I don't feel that it's an internal experience for most of us. So it's like almost like something that you're quote unquote supposed to be sad about that you're actually not. It's like, sorry, I was reading your comments. It's a journey in which we leave things behind, leave people behind, or we're left behind, or whatever it is. There's some sort of changing energy. It is a winter in terms of decline or stripping or moving away. But I feel like there isn't this sense. That's why High Priestess is here. It's not with a lot of heaviness, because the High Priestess, that intuitive energy, we know whatever's moving, shifting, shaking, it's part of that, what's the new, it's part of what new thing is coming in. Like, we trust what's on the other side. Twice we've had it in the reading. We trust what's on the other side of this. So it is a moving through, being willing to move through here. The Hanged Man and the 8 of Pentacles is interesting because I feel like it's a slow process, almost even a pause process. So there is like movement and no movement at the same time. How can I define that more clearly for you? It's like knowing that you have to be where you are and do the work you need to do, whether that's self-work, whether that's in your environment, in your home, whatever it is. Like I said, this feels like a slow change. It doesn't feel very abrupt. It feels like a slow change. And in the midst of that, you're having to deal with the new that hasn't quite broken through yet. It's not quite, the full energy is not quite come through. So you're having to really surrender to this energy whilst diligently working on building the new still, you know, putting your energy, your thoughts, your hopes, your works, your intention into what's still to come, because you have faith that as slow as the transformation is, it's happening. Okay, sorry if there's a lot of background noise. I didn't actually close my window. And so part of the reason it's taken its time is because we are in the judgment energy here. There are spiritual awakenings happening, coming to deeper consciousness of self for many of us. And this includes those of us who, let's say, not really all of us, we're connected to multiple people, multiple timelines. Okay, so it's not just your awakening or your experience, it's also the joint awakenings, other people's process and paths that are collective and going to be able to collaborate with you. So it's this kind of everyone being called to increase or raise the bar kind of energy here. It is a call to move forward, to set our direction, to choose and commit to a path. Okay, like I said, repeating energy. You must go, you must go, you must go in this direction. You must choose where you're going right now. But for some of you, you are in 5 of Cups about that choice. Now, it does feel like some of you still feel like you don't know what that choice is, or you feel like you don't have any choices. You're like, well, you're telling me to move, but I just don't feel like I know where I'm supposed to be going. Like, what? And for others of you, you know what you're like, this will work out in the way I thought it would. Or you're like, I'm gonna go, but even though I know it's a new beginning and I trust that, does the new beginning have the things I want, right? Does it have the cups I want there? Or is it just other kinds of new beginnings and things that aren't really what I've been praying for and hoping for and seeking for in your heart? Others of you are already in the boat, okay? 6 of Swords. So like mentally, in terms of intention and action, you've already started moving forward in this journey. But some of you are kind of lingering. Some of you just said you're just scared. You know what you need to do, but you're frightened. Did a little scream about High Priestess in the 4. Okay, so let's have a look at what's going on for those of you who feel like you really just don't know what you're supposed to be doing, because that is some of you. Okay, yes, Magician and Knight of Swords. So the point is that you're looking for a fixed path. You have to make it. So if you feel like you don't know where you're supposed to be going, or you don't know your options right now, you're in Magician energy. You're not supposed to look at what is there and let that define what is possible for you. You literally third eye it. Okay, what do I want that is a reflection of what is internal? What is my purpose that is a reflection of what is internal? What direction can I move in that is a reflection of what is internal for me? And then I say this to you all the time, and you have that sense, what actions do I take that follow up on that? But you can't just wait for someone to give you a script for life to say to you, your next step looks like this will give you purpose, this will make you satisfied. You have to choose based on turning inward. And if you make a choice and you go down that road and you feel like, do you know what, I thought that was for me, okay, turns out wasn't as satisfying as I thought, that's okay. It's feedback. You refine, you fine tune, okay? You use that as information to make adjustments, but go, okay? That's right, we only need to take one step and the rest will come. And for those of you who are afraid, 2 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, I like it. 2 of Wands is like, it's a big vision. You can see like she's standing at this balcony looking over the horizon. It's a big vision, and you should be. It's basically the message. If you're not scared, you're not thinking big enough, okay? Yes, you should be afraid, and not in a way that is paralyzing, that you can't do anything, but yes, as in, it's normal to feel nervous about moving into unknown territory and moving into a bigger purpose for yourself. Three of Pentacles, though, is a confirmation and encouragement. You will get the help and support that you need to fulfill this vision. It will come, but you got to go. You got to make that choice. And then lastly, those of you who are kind of already, quote unquote, ahead of the curve, or you've taken action and you're moving forward, confirmation, 8 of Cups. So if you're doubting yourself, this is a confirmation. Yes, you were supposed to go off in this direction. 2 of Swords, and an encouragement to have peace about it, even if you're being confronted with difficulty, criticism from others, or even your own emotional doubts and insecurities. It's okay. It's okay. Because the Death card, this is an ending process for you. You are ending something. But look what is back. 4 of Wands. Look, had it twice. Okay, 2 5 of Pentacles and 2 4 of Wands. Look at this energy. Okay. I'm going to go deeper on the 4 of Wands. Let's clear away what we already have. Thank you, Spirit. What card should we use? What deck? For the 4 of Wands. Okay, we'll use the Energy Oracle deck. These ones. Deep breaths, everyone. Even if you're watching the playback, deep breaths right now. Spirit, how can you expand? Another 4. Happy family. Didn't I say at the very beginning of the reading, it felt like inner child stuff that was reflected on the broken templates and the desire to see what family could look and feel like and be like. And here it is. 4 4 4. Okay, new foundations, new structures that are energetically in alignment with us, that reflect the inner life, that are an unbreakable template, because they're not to do with what is external. It's not about money, and it's not about looks, and it's not about jobs, and it's not about who lives where and whatever else, right? It's literally the bonds of the heart, the bonds of the soul here. I like this because as I looked at it, I heard unbroken links. That's what we're working on, unbroken links. Tell us more, Spirit. Man holding a heart. I'll come to that in a second. 4 and a 5. Change. Completion. Patience and daughter spirit. Okay. Some of you, this is actually about a relationship with these cards. Journey at the bottom. Ah, Carolyn, you said you always tune into me when you need me. That's what's up. I want to know a few things. I'm trying to. It's really funny. I'm feeling super indecisive about decks today. Tower. Queen of Pentacles. 5 of Cups again. Queen of Wands. All right. This might be specific to some of you. I'll start broad and then I'll drill down into the message that is probably just for a few of you here. So it is about unbroken bonds, unbroken links. It is repairing family dynamics. It is choosing love, family and partnership. It is learning and thinking about what that looks like. Obviously, Spirit keeps telling me that it's part of my purpose to really continue talking to you about that and working with you on it and bringing through wisdom about what that can look like. I do feel like the piece I wrote today supports that line of work. I want us to remove the gender of the card here, but a man holding a heart is really about the offering of love right now, and really the opening up of someone else's energy. So many of you may be feeling like you are ready for love, you're ready to receive, but it could have been that, you know, with the balance of the 4, right, 2 on either side, it could be that you felt like you were coming with your 2 of Wands, and we had 2 of Wands. So you were coming with your 2, your vision, your readiness to expand into partnership or to new areas of your life in terms of family, whether that's like working with your family members and on making things right or healing or whatever it is, but feeling like the receptivity wasn't there. The other side of the foundation wasn't there. People weren't meeting you in the middle. The relationship energy on the vibration that you have wasn't matching, right? That was maybe how you've been feeling. But this 4 of Wands is speaking about an opening up of like for like, okay? Like for like, open hearts. This card is very Taurusy to me as well, really Taurusy. And you know, I'm not really, I won't say that, let me just, don't worry about that. It's very, very Taurusy. I love this particular card. It feels like the energy of this season, and it is a willingness to give to, and that is what we're stepping into. But there is a need to be patient with that process. Some of you are feeling very impatient about it, and it may be because you feel like you've been on a long road or journey. Listening to this after a breakup and I'm triggered, sending you love. It may be after a long process, a long journey, and you're like, how much more waiting, or how many more times can I be told that love is coming? Okay, because I've been here, I've been standing here, I've been waiting, I've been healing, I've been doing my work, and I'm looking and it's just me. Or I've been working on the family, or I've been making amends, or I have been reaching out to others, and it's just me doing it. I feel the burden of this. I feel the weight and the responsibility of creating the love or healing the family is all on me. As a Taurus, this hits different. Queen of Wands, we've had this Queen of Wands and the Devil. Queen of Wands came out earlier and I didn't show you because I was going to come to that secondly, and I knew that it wasn't great energy, and I clarified and it wasn't, and here comes Queen of Wands again with the Devil. So we got a lot of fire energy here. Just so I can remain clear, I'm going to clarify this Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands and the Devil. Faith. Self-worth and impatience. So some of you are deeply impatient, impetuous, controlling, a little immature around your heart, your love, your sexuality, your desire to bond with others, okay? You are trying to force things. You are trying to force partnerships that aren't really a good vibrational match for you, that are creating more bondage, more shadow here. Because you are impatient, because you are lacking faith in the creative process, and because you actually lack self-worth. And you may feel like you don't, right? Queen of Wands typically expresses as high self-worth in the highest octave of this energy, but at the lower octave it is a front of self-worth that comes through ego, manipulation, codependency, okay? So you may be pretending you have self-worth by propping your ego up, your sense of self up through others, through the relationship with others, through letting them praise, worship and adore you, okay? This ain't it, folks. This ain't it. Because what is opening is the door to spirit, a spiritual love, a profound, healing, transformative love. And it is not the kind of thing that you just rock out of bed and fall into. This takes soul work and cultivation. That is why there is patience involved in it. And listen, I'm saying this to you lot, believe this, me too. Believe this is me too, okay? But we've been impatient. And some of us, you know, many years of celibacy in the game are like, what do you mean more patience? But we've been impatient. We have been. And Spirit is saying, for the bigness of this vision, you need to cultivate the ability to wait. Now, I want to go deeper on that wait message. Okay. Here comes the drag. What are you guys saying? I received that spiritual love. It may take time, but okay. Ooh. Financial constraints. You or someone else. This might also be where the Queen of Pentacles came up. So either you or the other opposite energy is dealing with financial constraints, and that becoming really a block to the open flow, the opening up of love. And you know, I often ask Spirit about this, like, why does money matter so much in these instances? One, it is a representation in terms of materially, it's a representation of what is going on the flow on an energetic level, okay? Now I want to be careful when I say that, because I don't want to imply that people who are in poverty are generating that themselves or not thinking like positively enough. You know, there are literal systems of exploitation in place that keep us impoverished. So what I mean is those very same systems aren't just economic, they are also emotional, physiological, psychological, mental, whatever you want to call it, that are literally programming us with scarcity and fear and lack. Okay, it's both. It's not one or the other. It's not just, oh, it's in your mind, you know, just, you know, manifest more money. And it's not all just, it's the political and the socio-economic system, and there's no spiritual under infrastructure to it. It is both at once. And so we need to address the internal blocks so that we can be in flow, and so that love is not constricted by the fear of what is happening on the material realm. It needs a container for expansion. We have 44 here, Spirit really coming through with before the foundation energy, with a woman holding a heart. Like I said, please don't zero in on the gender here, doesn't matter. But really, this is talking about, as this energy opens up, as this opposite energy, as this alternate or person coming towards you, or people, or whatever your dating life is going to be like in accordance with what is in alignment with you. As this opens, are you open? Because yes, you may want it. Yes, you may feel like you are a loving person and you can be good and kind to people. Is your heart open? Is your heart whole? Okay? Or do you have self-worth, self-confidence issues, solar plexus? So literally, Spirit bringing us the same energies back here. Okay? Is your heart really open? Are you really standing in your power, right in here, in the stomach area, that general region, that solar plexus chakra, that yellow color that we're seeing here? I love. I'm even sleeping in yellow bed sheets right now, or a lot of yellow on the jumper. That's the vibration I'm living in and through, using citrine crystals. Are we generating that sense of self-confidence and self-worth, and being anchored and having a real concrete sense of self in this world that is independent of others, that is spirit living through us? Or are we thinking we'll get there when we're loved? Are we thinking I'll be better, feel better, I'll be more confident when someone wants me? People want you. I'm telling you, if you go outside right now, somebody will want you. Okay, but it's not about the somebody, it is about the high worth, high value, healing and transformative love that we are cultivating in ourselves and calling in to community and partnership with others. You said sitting on your bed like that Tiffany Pollard gif. All right, let me not, I feel like you lot are getting there. I won't push it too much harder, okay? We're still cultivating balance here. That's what we're doing. Now, a lot is having to be shaken up, ripped apart, destabilized, taken away during this period, so that we can come out of it holding, seeing, reflecting, knowing, living through, demonstrating our value. For me, Queen of Pentacles is Virgo energy, gang, okay? Virgo, Sun, Moon and Mars. Okay, that's how we're coming through. Divine, and are really bringing through that divine feminine energy in all of us, that feminine aspect of that double helix creative energy. I love that image now. I'm so glad that came through in the life that we lost, but I'm really glad that message came through because it stayed with me. Okay, being in that, being industrious, being studious, being caring, being wise, being practical, being a healer of bodies, being of service to others. If I do say so myself, and we're operating in from a good space, Virgo energy is dope, okay? So it's this versus the disappointment, the guilt, the dissatisfaction, the lack that causes us to start to try and wield and force our wand, our power. Okay, that tries us to, we start getting into forms of manipulation, hexing people, doing spells on them, trying to call them in, trying to bind them to ourselves. Okay, maybe trying to get pregnant for them. Okay, whatever it is, like, you know, a bit, let me not go there. Whatever it is, in terms of not taking no for an answer, having somebody ghost you, you're still messaging them, this person not replied to you for months, they're still in the comments, in the DMs. Like, why are you doing this? Let me know. We need to come back into balance as the King of Cups, being able to fill our own cups, okay? Being able to sit within our own emotional experiences whilst remaining open. We need to be able to speak truthfully about where we are, what we want, what we need, and from that basis moving forward. More Taurus energy with the King of Pentacles for me, or sorry, Knight of Pentacles. Moving forward on the basis of these truths, making practical decisions that are in alignment with that. So if you say that you want love, partnership and commitment and transformative and radical love, and you're fucking with somebody that is just lost in their life, how do those two things come together? Let me know. Nope. I'm good. Nope. You heard me. Just make choices that make sense. Make it make sense is what I'm saying to you. And to myself. Alright, Spirit. Can we move on from that message? Are we done? Are we done? Yes, we're done. We are done. You look funny. I didn't come like ready to drag you today. I thought it was gonna be light and, you know, key. Nope. All right, so let's do, you know the drill. What's unconscious that needs to be made conscious?